Let's get this money. Hear me? Turn another wheel and get some more money. Never thought I could, but now they follow me. Keep my third eye open, they love to hate me. Keep my third eye open, they love to hate me.
Blaq Life Podcast, always live to the death. Alan Christ in here. We got Miss Shay Fox in here. You know? And today, what we're gonna talk about?
We're talking about the movie.
The movie. What is the movie name? Confessions of a Time Traveler. The Man from 3036.
Parts. I'm kicking. Okay. I have questions.
Okay. So before we ask these questions, let me tell the world what this movie about. So, self-titled. I'm sure you can definitely understand where that's coming from. It's about a man claiming to be from the future, explaining what can we expect for the next decades, and a frightening glimpse of what's more to come. So, it's deep. It's only about 37 minutes long. My boy Nike, bro, he put me on it. And I think my cousin Chasen, I think he put him on that. Shout out to Chaso, Nike, bro. It's on Tubi. Again, it's only about 37 minutes long. Came out in 2020. The filmmaker, his name is Jack Helms, JACKHELMS. Says directed by the Nostradamus brothers. If I'm saying that right, I'm a little retarded, so forgive me. But yeah, it's a great film. You can get different opinions. You can love it. You can hate it. You can disagree. You can agree to disagree. You can fucking debate. So, Miss Fox, what you wanna ask me about the movie?
Okay, so first of all, I don't want to give too much away, so I have to be careful about what I say. This man pretty much kind of found himself in a predicament when he got here. But I want to know why. He obviously said it's hard to escape from that time period, so why'd you come here? You obviously kind of had some sort of intent. You don't just hop into a time machine or whatever, and then you're oh well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, understood. So let me ask you this before I even answer that question. Do you believe the movie is real?
See, that's my problem. Yes and no.
Yes or no?
Yeah. Because I feel like it does align with some things, but at the same time it's maybe it's part of me doesn't want to believe that it's real. Because it was scary.
Yeah, it's pretty spooky.
It is.
So to answer your question, and I'm gonna kind of chime in on my opinion if it's real or if it's fake. So your question was, let me get this right. Basically, why did he come to this time period? Is that your question?
Yeah, I guess so. That, but also he said that he like I said, he was saying it was hard to time travel. It's forbidden. Yeah. So obviously you were breaking rules to do it. What was your purpose? Why?
All right. Understood. So if it is real, this is what I'm gonna say. If he did it, like maybe he came and he time traveled to, of course, now. You know what I'm saying? To plan for the future. So, I mean, I don't know the answer to your question. Like, why the fuck this nigga wouldn't come in like 2000, 2015 or some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? 2021 or 2011, whatever. You know? Why did he come now? My opinion, for real, if it is real, it's a lot of shit that's going on that he's pointing out that probably wasn't happening 20, 15, 12 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Simple fact. They just rolled out the 5G.
Yeah.
And to get y'all hip on what he said about the 5G, he said basically like, what do you say, a nuclear war or World War III? Somewhat as a war has been started since 5G has been, rolled out. And it's going to wipe out somewhat humanity because we can't stand it as far as our health reasons. And if you watch the movie, the nigga, like when he first got here, he looked like a cancer patient, no judgment or anything like that, fuck cancer, but he looked like a cancer patient. So the reason why he said, he looked like that is because he said they can't grow hair or some shit. They can't grow no facial hair, no hair, body hair, they hair on their head, anything like that, because of the nuclear reaction that was rolled out. Fucking what is it? 2036, 3036.
Yeah.
I don't even know how long that was. Hundreds of years ago. What's that? What do you say? What's that? Hold on, let me do my math. Shit. I know I'm getting off topic. It was 3036. Oh, nigga. That's 1,015 years ago. Or 1,015 years from now. So he came back to the future, you know what I'm saying? 1,000 years from now, you know what I'm saying? In 15 years. So, I mean, I don't know that answer your question, but I think it's key factors is what is happening now is why he came back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. It aligns with so much stuff.
He did say, not to cut you off, I'm sorry. He did say, like, the shit is starting now. You know what I'm saying? And within, 60 years from now, it's going to be like a major blackout, some crazy shit like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Let me tip out before then. Please.
Maybe the nigga just, he preparing us for some shit now, because 60 years is kind of recent. If it is 60 years, y'all gotta go watch the movie for that shit.
Yeah, I think that was one of the most scary things, because it's like the purge, like times. I don't know. He described it as like just something like super terrible. He was basically like, you need to tip out before then. Like, you don't want to be around for that. I was like, oh,
right.
Time to drink some Kool-Aid.
You might as well go ahead and whatever's preventing you might as well go on. But shit, he was like, shit, if you're not gonna, like, you're gonna get wiped out regardless.
True.
So, what else you want to ask me about the movie?
Oh, God. So, do you really think that the ending... Like I said, I don't want to give too much away. Do you really think the ending happened? Like, do you think that the person that they were talking about actually went missing? Like, actually died?
glad you brought that up. Cause this is scary shit that fucked me up. Like I do my research on everything. Like if I feel like it's some type of truth to some shit, I'm gonna do my research on it. You know what I'm saying? To answer your question as far as like shit, the movie, cause I gotta bring it back, cause in some form, some shape or form, I definitely feel like it's entertainment, but he's sending out the message. Somebody pointed out to me that the shit is very biblical, like the message pointed out. You know what I'm saying? It's very biblical. This the crazy shit that fucked me up, cause I looked the shit up, and I don't even know where this nigga take place at, to be honest. I don't even know. I just know it's Cypress Park. So it's 2 Cypress Park. I looked this shit up. It's one in LA, and it's in Cypress Park, Florida. So I think in LA or Florida, one of them, it was a teenage boy. His body was burnt, but his hand was missing. And the nigga, his name was Sebastian. Remind you, that's the dude's name in the movie.
Yeah.
Sebastian. Now, that was like in Cypress Park, LA, or Cypress Park, Florida. It's one of the two. But then it was another story where an unidentified man, I think in his mid-30s, his hand, like he was burnt to death, and his hand was missing. And I think his name was Sebastian, some crazy shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Lord.
So like,
well, here's this. I don't want to offend anybody at all about the vaccine, so I'm not even going to go there. But what I will say is that the connection to the movie and the vaccine also freaked me out, because I do consider myself a Christian woman, and I did a lot of like background research into the vaccine, because initially I was one of the people that did not want to take it. But at the end of the day, like, I was like, it's either I take this or my daughter doesn't eat. So I was like, I'm taking it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because in Nevada right now, it's starting to come down to the point where, like, a lot of places are saying you take it or you're not working. So I'm like, I have no other choice. But that, I think, was the most damning thing for me, because I was like, he's saying, like, he's making it sound so much more serious in the future, and I'm like, what did I just take? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, that hit me like right in the heart, because I was like,
be honest with you, the podcast is definitely about honesty. I always thought about that shit. I knew that shit when that shit first hit. Like, these niggas gonna come out with a vaccine. It's gonna be mandatory. They're gonna demand that you fucking get this vaccine. There's gonna be something in that vaccine. At that time, I didn't know what the fuck it was. It could definitely be, you know, attracting nobody. But this is the crazy thing. That's why I say it's very biblical, because in the Bible, they say the same shit.
yep.
It's gonna be like ways where you just rub your hand over, I guess something at a store, you just pay for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, the only reason that I even, you know, because there was a point in time when I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave, like, but then it's like, where do you go? And then it's like, it's not realistic for a single woman to just be out in the wilderness with her child these days. It's just not. I would not make it a week. I'm gonna tell you right now. So I was like, you know, let me just make the logical decision. So I did that. But the only reason that I took it is because I believe it's your arm, your hand, or your forehead or something like that, that the sign of the beast.
Sign of the beast?
Yeah, so that's why I was like, you know what, there's probably something in this vaccine. There could be, but sorry again, not to offend. But I was like,
this will fuck me up though. Like, after watching this shit, my partner sent me some shit on, I think Amazon, some company where they making it to now. All you gotta do is just walk through and fucking That's crazy. You just gotta walk through and fucking wave your hand and some shit. Your shit already paid for, like prepaid for some crazy shit. So they already trying to put this shit in place.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that have gotten like implants so that they can pay for stuff.
Yeah, but the thing that's pissing me off, not pissing me off, the thing that's fucking me up, I'm thinking Mike tied all this shit down to it, because you know Biden's trying to take away credit score.
He's trying to take away what?
Credit score.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, which is good for some. I'm not mad at it. Shit.
I mean, I will take it. I will not complain. Shoot,
But think about
I'll take it.
Think about it. If it's like that, then maybe it is going that route.
Yeah, I definitely think it is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I definitely think that's where we're headed. I think that it's kind of scary because I think that war seems like super close. I mean, I don't know. I think it's definitely headed that way. I think this is kind of that point where you start to test yourself and you really start to see what you accept and what you will go for. And I mean, it's a really scary time.
Hey, I mean, at this time in life, again, like you said, you don't know, when you wake up in the morning, you don't know what the fuck. You don't know where life's going to be at.
That's true. Yeah.
So, the thing will fuck me up about this shit. I'm a big conspiracy theorist. I definitely believe in aliens. Not necessarily UFOs, but aliens, you know, different forms of entities, you know, that's not just human form. And I do believe either they're not here, they've been here, or they might just rule this motherfucker for real. But it's kind of bad for me. The nigga ain't say shit about that. Nigga ain't say shit about aliens at all.
That's true. And here's the part that conflicts with the Bible, right? So it almost makes it sound to me like, because he was talking about how there's a certain people that refuse to take the vaccine and they were living underground. But then there were also Christians living underground who also refused. And then everybody else above ground was pretty much, you know, took the vaccine and like doing their thing. So we could consider that to be a form of hell. But he wasn't saying, you know, everybody's on fire, everything's burning. Like, he wasn't giving us that sense of like, you know, that doesn't match with the Bible. So it's like, maybe we're reading it wrong. Like, maybe we interpreted everything wrong. So maybe, you know, but that would, I don't know, that's a whole other argument. But I've also found that really interesting.
For real, I agree.
Because I was like, what?
I agree. But this will really kind of like, yeah, this just entertainment. Cause I'm a money man, for real. And I believe in, you know, I'm a businessman, you know, like a motherfucker. And I believe like currency, money, that shit ain't never gonna stop. Like basically what he said that there is no like high class, mid class, low class, none of that shit. Everybody's kind of equal. And then it's Jeff Bezos and fucking Bill Gates. Like, hell no. In order for them to eat, in order for them to be rich, they gotta have the public spending money. You see what I'm saying? Like, money will never, ever go away. It might change in the form of, like, they got crypto coin and Bitcoin, all that shit. But money would never go away because it's too much of a form of negotiation and communication. You see what I'm saying? Like, even back then, like the value of something might have been so high that that's how niggas negotiate. You see what I'm saying? Like, motherfucking be like the caveman era. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking be from a whole nother part of the land, Africa or some shit. And the whole another motherfucking be a whole nother part of the land of Canada or some crazy shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only way they're gonna negotiate is fucking currency. You see what I'm saying?
But that actually branches me out into other things too. But the way I look at it is, I'm looking at it in a form of, we're kind of going. I literally feel like, you know, the COVID shot is gonna wipe out who is supposed to wipe out. The 5G is gonna wipe out who is supposed to wipe out. I feel like we're going towards slavery again, because there is a thing that I've seen where we're supposed to go back into FEMA camps to pay off our debt, which could line up with, you know, Biden erasing credit scores, because we have to pay that debt back to them somehow. Nobody who's gonna be absolved of their debt.
All right, so
you know what I'm saying?
I feel like this can be this like a whole nother argument for me. What is your point of view? Do you hear that? Do you hear this fucking cricket?
Is it a cricket? I was wondering.
That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. I'm gonna kill him. Hold on. This nigga's gonna die.
Holy shit, holy smokes, all this motherfucking dope smoke. Counting money while I'm blowing weed smoke out my nostrils. While the heater on my lap, cause the world cold. Gotta spit this real shit and touch souls. Gotta keep this cash till it can't fold. Oh, that's your main bitch, we toss that hoe. We like dude perfect, we flip that hoe. Money on my mind, I don't waste no time. Every second is valuable while I'm alive. If I die, bitch, I grind.
I don't even know where this nigga at.
I was like, you're gonna find it.
Got this spray. You know what I'm saying? Because like where I stay at, it be like a lot of crazy shit, spiders and shit. There's a fucking tarantula on my wall. Yeah, crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So I got this shit. It's like peppermint, and it's like you fuck with Dr. Bonner. Yeah, it's like a Dr. Bonner button spray.
Damn.
Strong as hell. So yeah. But alright, so define slavery in this day and age. We're like, what is your outlook on slavery? What is slavery? Is slavery?
Sex trafficking. There's so much of that. And I mean, it's scary for us that have kids, because I fear all the time, like, it's kind of hard not to think about like the incoming, I feel like lately, and everything that's going on around us. So I'm constantly like worried that someone's gonna try to take my child. Like, you know, children are so valuable to that market. So I feel like that's another worry that I have about slavery. And then I think that, I mean, we're already slaves. Like, I saw this thing run across Facebook, and it was saying that like our birth certificate and our social security numbers and everything are numbers that sold us into slavery, or they're kind of like our slave numbers for the U.S. kind of thing.
They might ban this whole episode for what I'm about to say. They might hack the fucking account. I don't care. So you know you can buy your shit, man. You know you can buy your shit or sell your shit, right?
What do you mean?
Your social, you can sell your social.
No way.
was a time pussy shit didn't exist. I don't even miss the times, I just miss what I risk. Hey,
I'm like, the things you could do with that.
All I'm gonna say, shit, do y'all research.
But I mean, look at us right now. Like, we all work for a paycheck, and you still have we're slaves to our jobs. Like, I think every day I go to work and my job is easy. I make good money to do something easy, but
I mean,
it's
you know
like
what job mean, right?
Hmm?
You know what job mean, right?
What?
Just over broke.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, the last thing I want to do in the world is be there. Like, I'd rather be, you know, hanging out with my daughter and doing other things. But we're so conditioned to think that that's normal. But it's slavery. We're going to work to make a paycheck and just barely make it.
This the flip of this shit, though. If it is going to, and we're gonna get back into this slavery shit, but I just had to, because you just made me think about some shit. And to all my people. Straight
It's a long ass episode, shit.
Look, because like we got opportunities, like with this COVID shit hit, like call it what y'all when we took advantage of that shit. We ran that shit up. Like niggas say what they want to say, but when Trump, like, cause Trump was in office when this shit hit. Shit, in my eyes, he made a lot of young black entrepreneurs become rich by rolling out all these, like, this. And I can't say it's him, you know what I'm saying, the government, whatever, but all these disaster funds and small business loans and all this shit, you know what I'm saying? So what brings me to entrepreneurship, and you know, maybe they was telling us something there. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, get this free money, build a business. Because if you don't get this vaccine, nigga, you can't work some shit like that.
But what has me what has me messed up about the PPP loans is all these people that didn't have businesses that actually went and got those.
We ain't gonna talk about that because it was how they was feeling that shit out. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about that. It's always, unfortunately, in life, no matter what it is, it's always a way to finesse the system, and niggas was just finessing the shit out that system.
But yeah, anyways, moving on. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, maybe we did have, because I feel like if you have your own business, I mean, do you really need to
you don't need a nigga for shit.
Could have been flying under that radar.
Yeah. I thought that was my shorty. But yeah, you get that, you don't need a nigga for shit. Real. But as far as the slavery, because we're gonna bring it back too, I think the slavery shit, as far as the kids and our kids, is definitely important. I do think, because I got children, so I think about this shit all the time. That shit, and again, I don't want to say too much. I just do my research. This kid shit, this trafficking kid shit, that shit been going on. That shit been going on to pay off our debts.
Not only that though, like,
I'm gonna tell you something. It was a president. I'm not gonna say no names. Y'all just do y'all research. It was a president that signed something for the. You think the No Kids Left Behind meaning something? You know, actually trying to find these kids. No Kids Left Behind and some other shit. And thinking too, think about it. You know what I'm saying? But it was a president that signed the shit for the No Kids Left Behind to pay off our debt.
That's really sad.
And they use them as slaves. They might use them as fucking just child labor. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they ain't got to do like sex and shit. They might just use them over as child labor.
It's just so beyond disgusting to me. Like, and then, you know, the deeper and the more woke you get about that disturbing side, because honestly, I'm the kind of person that digs for that stuff, because I'm like, what are you guys doing? I love being so close to the industry because I am nosy. I want to know what y'all are doing. I have a little one of my own. Like, I want to, like, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? What is my worst? I want to, you know, I just want to know everything. So I feel like when Hollywood broke down and we started, like, society started kind of seeing what the hell they were doing, we were lost because they do so much nasty stuff. Like, I mean, my ex just brought up to me today that there's a chemical, and I need to get the chemical name, but it's like a flavoring for our food that is made out of the exact thing. And I was like, bro, what?
You said it's made out of Zach who?
It's made out of kids. It starts with an H. I gotta get the whole entire.
It's made out of kids.
Name. It's a flavoring for our food.
And it's made from kids, like.
It's made from children.
That's
like, and then you
sick.
Disgusting about McDonald's and all these corporations. I just don't understand.
I ain't gonna lie, all this McDonald's, Taco Bell, I ain't gonna lie, I love Taco Bell. It's fucked up. But Taco Bell, Burger King, all this shit. Man, this fucked up. What I'm even about to say, like, this is blasphemy shit. It's crazy. I ain't even gonna edit out. Fuck it. So, I think it's like, I be thinking it's like, shit, you never know what the fuck is ground up in that meat. That's all I'm saying.
Agreed.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, you know, and it doesn't end. It's not like, oh, don't go eat at, you know, McDonald's, or don't go eat. Like, you go to the grocery store, like, what are we buying? Like, what is just do slave labor for 16 plus hours a day to go make a check, to go pay for this, to feed our families, and we're eating what?
Even the fruit, like.
Even the fruit, like, oh.
And vegetables, like, all that shit is fake.
It's
like,
so
I don't even know what real lettuce is.
Mm-mm.
I can't find the real. And then you would think the organic shit, that's just as fake as the real shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The organic shit like plastic. For real.
That is real. Like, that's real. Like, when you and I was just telling my sister earlier, I was like, lately, honestly, I haven't even like liked food. Like, I could really just go without eating because I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking stuff, and it's just like curbing my appetite. But man,
don't do that, because I ain't ate. I'm hungry in the motherfucker.
Ugh.
Real friend. You know,
it's something else. Ugh.
You know what do sound good though? For real. I ain't gonna say that. They be like, man, some seedy watermelon. Watermelon with a juicy watermelon with a lot of seeds. That shit sound fun. They like, straight nigga. Somebody gonna put in the comments like, yeah, some chicken too, fried chicken too. Guarantee somebody gonna say some crazy shit like that. Nah, that do sound bad. But that's the real shit. Like, anything you eat fruit, they got seeds and shit. That's the real shit. If it's seedless, like, go grow. What I'm telling niggas, go grow. Go to your garden, go to your backyard, whatever, and plant some shit. I guarantee you that shit gonna come out with some seeds. So that's how you know it's real. All this other shit that's seedless, that shit fake. So shit, getting back on the movie. And we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
What message did you get off the movie? On the good side.
On the positive side?
Positive side.
For me personally, it kind of confirmed everything that I've ever. Because I've always been a conspiracy theorist, and people tell you how crazy you are, and I'm like, but I wasn't wrong.
I tell people just watch, like, shit.
Yeah, like it literally confirmed everything that I've been saying for years, and I think that for me, kind of gave me a sense of I'm not crazy. Like, because sometimes I feel like when you do conspiracy theories or you get into that stuff, it's like, no, maybe I'm just crazy. Like, this really can't be. But I just think that it gave me some confidence back in myself. Like, no, I'm not afraid. Because I don't feel positive about that.
You say what? Say that one more time.
There's nothing about that movie. Like, that movie was scary.
Man, the positive shit I got out of it is shit. Take care of this earth. Be in tune with this earth.
Oh, that's
like for real, like little shit. How like
yeah.
like when a nigga was playing with the fucking squirrel, and he was like, "This will fuck me up." The nigga say, "Is no more animals," which I can think like now because they killing all this shit for fashion and food. Like, we just talking about cloning the animals and all that shit. We spending thousands, hundreds, you know what I'm saying, millions on this shit. The nigga said, so the zoos is like dogs, cats, squirrels, raccoons, and shit like that. Like that would fuck me up. I'm like, bro, stop, because first of all, y'all ain't catching no squirrel. I might catch everything else, but y'all ain't catching no squirrel. Cats, y'all, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We already look at cats in the alley. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's crazy. Like the nigga said, so it's no like elephants, lions, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It got me thinking because in the Bible, correct me if I'm wrong, like supposedly when the earth kind of, we won't say reincarnate or cleanse itself, we'll say cleanse itself, transition, like it's gonna bring back out the if it was, and this a whole nother episode, like dinosaurs and large ass reptiles and shit like that. So the world is basically ending and all this shit. Like you said, where the fuck? Like all these animals just died off. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And how do y'all have a zoo? If y'all have a zoo, but you can't stand going outside.
Right.
Like that's what fucked me up. Like it was shit that was just fucking me up.
The thing that made me the most annoyed about that movie is the guy that was asking the questions was not asking the right questions. Like, if you're gonna make a movie like that, and you're gonna, you have that special opportunity to talk to someone from the, a whole nother time period, you need to ask serious questions.
I'm gonna put you on game. All that shit is all entertainment. When you think about it, anything is filmed for your entertainment purpose. You're doing this right now for your entertainment purpose, right?
You don't think there's truth though? Like, there's definitely merged in music and everything. Like little bit.
But when I'm saying as far as like him asking them questions and shit like that, and a dude answering it, he wrote the movie. Think about it. Like, all right, so basically, the nigga, all right, because you probably And him and a lot of people probably. The nigga who was asking the questions and shit, who was doing an interview, he wrote the fucking movie.
Yeah. Well, let me have a little word with him about his little question asking, because that was bullshit.
But I'm saying, like, he answered the questions. He asked the questions. He answered the questions too. He just had an actor answer the question. You know what I'm saying? He had this shit rolled out. And shit, somebody told me, shit, the nigga who answered the questions, who is the director, that's Jack Hams or whatever. He's probably the niggas is very biblical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Y'all need to watch this fucking movie. The documentary, it's a documentary again. It's called, let me pull that shit up. It's only 37 minutes long. You can watch it with your kids. It's TV 14. It's a drama. It's called Confessions of a Time Traveler, the Man from 3036. Let's see if I can pull this shit up so y'all can see it. Y'all can see it. They go watch that shit. For real. Go watch that shit. We gonna talk about it again. And we gonna keep throwing motherfuckers on here so we can talk about it again. When you watch it, we gonna throw you on here so you can talk about it. And we gonna debate about it. That's what we gonna do. For real. What can I follow you with though?
Me?
Yeah.
Jay Songray Official on Instagram. My Facebook is full, but you can follow me at Shayla Fox. And yeah, we'll just leave those up there.
Okay. You can follow me at Christ of Belly on Instagram. I don't do Facebook. I believe Blaq Out Empire. We on Facebook. Go holler at us. Blaq Out Empire. You can follow us on IG at Blaq Out Empire. You can also follow this podcast at Black Life Podcast on IG. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell, comment. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a bad comment, I don't care. I'll still put a horn on your shit. You know what I'm saying? You got anything else for him?
Oh yeah, please follow at BBW Bunny Ranch. I'm Shay Songray or Songray Bunny. You can follow that on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah. Hey, Boo Fest.
It's 29th through the 31st.
October 29th through 31st. South Greenville. Was it Greenville?
Yep, Greenville.
Greenville, South Carolina. Show up, show y'all ass, show y'all pockets, show y'all cards, show y'all cash, whatever the fuck. Bring your bitch too. You know what I'm saying? Bring your bitch too. Straight up. It's gonna be fun. Shit, that's about it. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Keep your third eye open. Stay focused. And, you know what I'm saying? Keep your energy positive. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I knew I wasn't meant for no little noodles. Man, I need the steak.
Kings bumping UGK. Tryna live again tomorrow just like yesterday. Get high, get money, that's like every day. R.I.P. Nate Dogg, smoke weed every day. Cash on my phone, gotta get it, no hesitate. Labels keep calling, fuck them all, I don't want your pay. They say I'm tripping like the wood is lace. They say I'm tripping like Gucci soles, no lace. Christ.